Hey everyone, today I'm going to share with you the 5 tools I use to grade sports cards. These are the only 5 tools I use. These are the only 5 tools that you'll need to use from start to finish to grade more 10s in 2024. So before we jump into it, I do have some links in the description below. They are affiliate links to these products, so I will earn a commission, but I really do use these products and these are the only ones I use. I'm not going to make up 10 or 20 different products that I use just for grading cards. I'll just show you the bare essentials. This is everything I use. This is everything that you'll need to use. So first of all, microfiber cloth is a big one. This is to wipe off, specks from the card. You can clean off fingerprints with these. If you use a little bit of, just breathe on it a little bit, you can get fingerprints off or anything of that nature. So this card I'm actually not getting this graded. It's a reject, but just for purposes of this video, I'll just show you kind of how I use it. If I see a fingerprint on here, I'll just wipe and always wipe towards the edges and the corners instead of inward. You don't want to nick those corners or edges while you're wiping. And then if you need to, you can use a little bit of hot breath or whatever to get a little bit of moisture on there and get the fingerprint completely off. No issues there. I never use foreign substances, and I would highly recommend against that, as that's what PSA is doing as well. Next, centering tool. So these are, really cheap on Amazon. Again, I have a link below in the description. PSA allows for 60-40 centering as a PSA 10. So what I do is, if there's a card that looks like it might be on the border, I will use this centering tool and check it. Most of the cards I buy on eBay are pretty clearly within the 60-40 mark, but what you do, you want to take the card out of the sleeve, both sleeves, and then just line this up. And then this tool also comes with a chart that will show you the exact centering of the numbers. So if it's 3 to 2, either top to bottom or left to right, that means it's 60-40 and you're good to go. Or obviously, anything closer than that. I don't use this for every card, and I don't know if PSA uses anything like that when they actually grade cards. I highly doubt they have the time to use that for every card, but I will say 60-40 centering is a little bit more lenient than a lot of people think just by the eye test. So that's more what I use it for. If there's a card that I think is too off-center to send in, I'll check it, and a lot of times it's still within that 60-40 range, and you're good to go if that's the case. So next one is going to be light. I won't really show this because I'm recording with my phone. I just use my phone light. You don't need any fancy lights or anything like that. Just use what you have. And I just use the light to get a better view of the surface of the card. So for instance, this card looks great, right? The centering checks out, even though it's a little bit off center, left to right. But the centering checks out, the corners check out, the edges are fine. But then when you use a light, and I won't be able to show you, but there's some scratches on the surface. And when there's scratches, especially multiple scratches on the front, that to me is a clear sign that that card is a no-go for grading. So light is number 3. Number 4 is soft sleeves, penny sleeves. I would recommend getting packs of these and putting each card into a new fresh sleeve before you send it off to grading. This just eliminates any grime or dirtiness in the existing sleeve. Just brings that element into your control. You don't want to be getting 9s for something as silly as that, and I would rather just not take the chance. So I'd recommend fresh new sleeve and you're good to go. Lastly is the semi-rigid sleeves. So you can use card savers. I use this BCW brand, but honestly I use whatever I have. For these, it's not as important to use new ones. I reuse these as much as possible. Obviously PSA, doesn't send these back to you, so you'll have to get new ones periodically, but you can buy them used if you want. You can buy them new. There's a link in the description. And anytime you buy a card that comes with one of these, I would highly recommend saving it. And if you're selling raw cards, I would recommend shipping them out in top loaders instead and saving all of these because, yeah, I just like to reuse these as much as possible. It doesn't make any sense to waste money on things that you don't need to spend money on. So I'm the type of person that will just reuse those. So anyway, once you're done with the cleaning and the inspecting, just put them all into these semi-rigid holders. This is a huge submission that I'm working on right now, so stay tuned for that video. But yeah, that's about it. Just those 5 things. So really quick again, the cloth to wipe down fingerprints, the centering tool for cards that you might want to check, the light to check the surface, front and back, and then the 2 types of sleeves, new soft sleeves and new or used semi-rigid. So hopefully this is helpful. Again, these are all the tools I use. I don't think you need anything more than that. You may even be able to get by without some of these things, but in my opinion, these are essential for getting more 10s in 2024. Comment anything else that you use or you don't use. I'd love to hear your insights. I always try to respond to all the comments I have. And please like this video and subscribe if you found it helpful. We are doing a giveaway at 1,000 subscribers, so looking forward to that. And we'll see you guys next time.